So I'm in my course into which I just copied the standard template from the zip file. And I can see here that I have a course homepage. This is a custom item that we created. It's a content area. And it has three items that the students are going to be able to see. The first is a banner, and as you can see, it's generic. We have to go in and modify that. And the second item is a folder called Getting Started Important Course Information, along with a little description of what's inside of that folder. And then Weekly Learning Materials is another folder, and that too has a description. And at the very bottom here, we can see that there's a hidden file. It's for us, for the professors. It says keep hidden. We can see in availability that it's not available. That means students cannot see it. And if we click on that, we can see that it's just information for us about how to add or edit content and how to use the gradebook. So I'm going to navigate my way back out to the course homepage. And the first thing I'm going to do is edit this banner. So inside of Blackboard, anytime we want to edit something, generally we can hover over the name of the item and an action arrow or a down arrow will appear. And if we click on that, then we get a cascading menu and we can select edit. So I'm going to click edit here, and I'm going to modify the course code and name. Oops. And add the professor's name and add an email address, etc. And I'm going to remove the note to professors on how to modify the banner. I'll leave the horizontal bar as it is, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to hit the submit button. Okay, so I can see now that my banner has been successfully modified, and I'm going to go into the Getting Started folder. So in order to see its contents, I can just click on the name, and I can see here that I have some items, and the first one is actually a hidden item. I know it's hidden because it says availability item is not available, and actually the note is about how to hide items, and that's just a note for professors, so students will not be able to see that. So if I go into student view, that will not be visible to me. The next item is a course outline. It's just a placeholder, and there's instructions beneath it on how to add your course outline, and once you've done that, then you can go and delete this placeholder. So I'm going to go and add a file, a PDF file. So to do that, I'm going to hover over build content and select file, because I'm going to add a file to this folder, and I'm going to browse for a PDF that I'm going to pretend is a course outline. So I'll just select this and open it, and I can see there it is in the file name. I do have to actually give it a name as well, so I'll just call it Course Outline September 2015. Leave all the other defaults as they are, and then click Submit. And whenever we add an item to a Blackboard folder, it always appears by default at the very bottom of the list of items. So I want to move it up. So I'm going to hover to the far left of the item's name until this sort of crossbar appears, and I'm going to click and drag the item so that it appears at the top, and I'm going to delete the placeholder. So I'm going to hit the down arrow beside that item and hit delete. It's asking me, am I sure I want to delete it? I'm going to click OK. Alright, so now I have my current outline posted. Here I have an item called Professor Bio and Contact Information. I need to update that. So in order to edit it, I'm going to hit the down arrow beside the name, or the action arrow, and hit Edit. Select Edit. And here I'm going to remove the red instructions for the professors. So here I would add my name and some biographical information. This might include something like my experience in the field and my teaching style and that kind of thing, and some contact information. This might include your email address, your office hours, and that kind of thing. And once I'm finished modifying that, I'll click Submit. So I can see that that's been updated. These items, the Blackboard help, Code of Conduct, and College Support Services, these are all pretty standard. They're the same right across the college, and I probably am not going to go in and modify any of that. So I'll just cancel that and leave those three as they are. So if you have any other critical information students need to know that are not specific to the actual learning activities, then you can place them here in the Getting Started folder. And I'm going to navigate out to the course homepage again and down to the Weekly Learning Materials folder. So I'm going to click on that. And here there are some modules set up for each of the 15 weeks of the semester. So if I click on week 1 in this module tool, I can see that it's empty. So here I can start adding files. So if I hover over build content, I can start adding files. These could be PowerPoints or Word documents. They could be images. I can also create blank pages and just start to compose some content directly inside of Blackboard. I might post web links, and there's some more information on how to add other types of content on the hidden folder on the home page. So back out to the course homepage, the last thing I'm going to talk about is how to modify these folder names and descriptions. So I'm going to just hover over the name. I can see this down arrow appears, and if I click the down arrow, I get this cascading menu. I'll select Edit. And here I can change the name of the file, and I can update the description so that it correctly reflects what the contents are that I put inside of the file. And then I'll hit Submit, and I can see that my changes have been made.